Energy really is going through a boom state right now, from natural gas and the new fracking technologies that are being applied to the industry. We sell gearing into that industry, to a more diverse portfolio of energy like wind, like solar, like energy efficiency. And then what does it mean for Chicago? Well, Chicago actually, I think, is probably the wind capital of the United States as far as having resident wind energy companies here. So over the last 10 years, there are about 10 to 12 new companies starting up in Chicago, either making wind turbines or developers that are developing around the Chicagoland and around the surrounding area. So it's really an exciting time, I think, for Chicago and to be in the industry. Broadwind got its start really through some M&A activity. Back in 2005 to 2008, a lot of foreign wind suppliers were coming to the United States, and they couldn't find the supply chain. A hedge fund out of Connecticut started to buy up a number of companies that were supplying gearing and towers and services and other components into the wind industry. And the idea was to buy these companies, to grow them and provide this supply chain. So that's how we got our start. So we make gearing, we make towers, we service the installed base of turbines. But we're now taking that core competency and diversifying into other areas. So taking our gearing and making mud and frac pumps for the oil and gas space. Taking our competency in welding towers and applying that into the mining and oil and gas space. So we want to make sure we don't have all of our eggs in the wind basket, and that's really why we're heading down that diversification path. Well, as far as energy production, I think it's actually a really exciting time. So if you look at electricity, it used to be, half of our electricity came from coal. And now what we're seeing is natural gas, which is a cleaner technology, being deployed more, and it's fairly inexpensive. We're seeing a lot more wind and solar. And wind and solar over the last 5 years has dropped in price by about 60%. So now wind and solar can compete with the historical fossil fuels. And then with respect to sort of the liquids and gas, like natural gas and oil, certainly prices, you see the prices have come down at the pump, and I think we have a much more broadly defined energy source for the United States.